guess what? This guy has helped so many people across the country. He has helped people quit smoking. He has helped people with their athletic performance. And he's a world-class hypnotist, and Gene and I can't wait to talk to him.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I've already been bending his ear before I even introduce myself. But today he's here to talk about a book he wrote called Success Through Manipulation, Subconscious Reactions That Will Make or Break You. Let us welcome to the show Colin Christopher. So how are you?
I'm great. Thank you for having me.
I'm almost scared to look in your eyes.
I know, me too. I was waiting for him to just pull this out.
All you have to do is look in my eyes, you'll fall asleep.
See?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Do you use one of the crystals? Is that part of your hypnotist?
No, I don't. Like, I typically use the sound of my voice, music in the background, those kinds of things. The crystals and the stopwatches, those are, we call them old school.
Old school,
yeah,
right.
Yeah. But there are some people that still use them, yeah.
Right, because it kind of gives people something to focus on. But your book actually suggests, and this is the thing we're going to do today, is suggest that you can hypnotize yourself to make changes in your life.
Absolutely, it's actually a very easy process. People go through the brain waves of hypnosis every time just before they're going to sleep, as they're getting up in the morning. So it's something that you go through naturally anyway. So it's a matter of just taking advantage of that natural cycle to help yourself.
I think that makes sense.
Yeah, I just read an article. Here's the thing that's weird. I just read an article yesterday about some research going on at Northwestern that basically supports what he's saying, that people learn better when they're about to fall asleep. I mean, I don't think it's the book under the pillow thing, but it's a similar process.
Absolutely.
How hard is it, though, for people to change? So, like, let's say we start out, we're doing this, like, how long is it before we change or hypnosis works?
Well, that typically depends on the person and the different factors that are involved. But most people find they need between 7 and 21 days for a change to take place.
Right, and that's kind of standard across the board with any sort of change you start. You have to do it over and over again. Now, in your book, you're outlining 50 laws of the mind. Now, where do those come from, and how do they work?
Well, basically, they're based in science. Different things, different ways people react when they're being hypnotized, and just the different ways of.
You're trying to simplify.
It's hard to explain.
Yeah, I'm trying. Yeah, it's hard. There's over 50, and how do you explain that?
Like, give us one and kind of an example of how it works and how it works against us to get to our goals.
Sure. There's one called the law of reversed effect. Basically, what happens, it's sort of like when you're trying to fall asleep, you're trying really hard, you can't do it, and you count the sheep, you drink the milk, that kind of stuff. But no matter what you do, you get the reversed effect. You stay awake. So one of the laws is getting over that reversed effect and finding a way to get yourself to sleep.
I'm always fascinated by this. So, like, did something happen to you as a kid? Like, how is it that you went to school for this? How is it you become a hypnotist and you knew that you had this talent to dig deep for this?
Well, originally I just saw a show and I really loved it, and I read up on it and started practicing on some friends at like parties and that kind of thing. And then I decided, this is what I really want to do, and I went and pursued training. I became a clinical hypnotherapist. There's schools throughout North America that you can go and attend and learn all the therapy aspects, and it's great from there.
But you also performed too. Like, what's the difference between what you do? Because, you see the ads for stop smoking and lose weight and all these different things. But what's the difference between what you do, like, say, in a clinical session with a client and what we see, like, in Vegas?
Well, what you see, like, up on stage in a show, it's actually a lot faster. Not everybody can get hypnotized in those kinds of situations because you're limited by time. People are worried about what they're going to do, what's going to happen. But in a therapeutic setting, the goal is it's not to entertain, it's to help you to do something like quit smoking, lose weight, those kinds of things, athletic performance. I mean, Tiger Woods uses it all the time to improve his golf game.
Wow. He probably uses that.
Yeah, he should have used it.
How many times has he used it for evil to get those women into? Have any of your guy friends ever done that with you? Like, hey, listen, I need to help Colin. We're out at the bar.
All the time, but I'm under a code of ethics not to do that kind of thing.
Okay, good. We're glad to hear it.
Right.
We are glad. Now, is there anybody who cannot be hypnotized? Are there people that it's just much more difficult for, or is it something in their brain that doesn't allow that to happen?
Again, to be hypnotized, it's really about focusing your mind and allowing your mind to slow down and go to a different state of brainwaves. So the only way you wouldn't be able to be hypnotized is if you can't sleep or you don't go through that. It's a natural process that everybody goes through to to say you can't be hypnotized, you just don't understand what it really means.
Or you're just really extremely super active, hyper. You drink too much caffeine, et cetera, et cetera.
Then you got a whole other set of problems. I think there,
They're coming to you way after they fix the other stuff.
What is, because in just a few minutes, we're going to have Colin teach you how to hypnotize yourself. So whatever it is that you need to do, like you stop smoking, lose weight, whatever. But what's the one thing you find that most people want to have hypnosis for?
Typically, it's weight loss and smoking. But again, I've worked with athletic teams to do that, to improve their performance. Guys actually use it to improve sexual performance, like impotence and those kinds of things. I've seen quite a few clients.
What about getting over a love or something? I was thinking about that, like somebody you just can't get over, and they come in there and they lay down and get hypnotized.
Yeah, certainly there's some relationship issues. It's not about forgetting that person, but it's about resolving the emotions around that situation.
Didn't work out quite right. What was that movie? The Secrets of the thing with Jim Carrey and what's her name? Oh gosh, here we go again. With things that we can't remember.
We're turning into the Golden Girls.
The Eternal Sunshine
of the Spotless Mind.
Hypnosis is good for improving memory too. So
okay, so I guess we need that.
Although you don't usually need it. She knows every fact and figure. I'm the one who needs it. I can't remember her name.
But I'm getting old. But listen, here's the thing. Colin is going to stay with us, and coming up after the break, he's going to teach you like a step-by-step process. If you have a goal, whether it's weight loss or other issues that you want to address, he's going to teach you how to hypnotize yourself so that you can get better, right? Okay, stay right there.
Or we may turn into Britney Spears and balk like chickens.